Sometimes blessings can become curses. I really do feel this way. But then again, blessings and curses are in the eye of the beholder. What I look at as a blessing may not be looked at as a blessing to the next person who look at what I'm calling a blessing. I look at my family as being a blessing. And when I say family, I'm talking about specific people. I'm not talking about necessarily my whole family. But there are some people out there who don't have family at all, or no family member that they can trust or love, or who loves them. You see, there are different type of blessings that can become curses. One of them is money. Money can be a blessing or it can be a curse. Having too much of it, that could be a curse in its own way. Have y'all ever seen the story of some of those lottery winners, how they going downhill as soon as they get the money? And then you be like, man, they stupid, man. Why can't that happen to me? Why can't I get some money? I'll show them what to do with it. I don't know. That could happen to anybody. You know, money, when you get a whole lot of money, it's like it changed you. It changed people. I've seen money, too much money change people. Change their humanity. They be more down to earth, before they get the money. Then when they get the money, they go to, I don't know, it just changes them. They become cold. And let's not forget, the more money you have, the more money you have to pay out. Now, I haven't won the lottery or anything, but I can testify to this. When my last job, I made less money. I had lesser bills. Now that I got a job making more money, my bills have expanded. Like my rent done went up. A lot of stuff is going up. I have more bills now than I did before I had this job. When I had the other job, I had less bills. So I hope we can agree on the more money you have, the more problems you have. But at the same time, the less money you have, the more problems you have too. Because hell, you don't want to be in no position where you worrying about how you gonna pay your next bill because you don't make enough on your job. And then you have to worry about if you lose your job tomorrow, will you have enough money in the bank to make it until you get another job? You have to worry about that. So, too much money can be a blessing, but it also can be a curse. But having too little money can also be a curse too. I mean, who wants to go around begging people for money because they don't have it? That's why a part of me, even though I'm thankful for my family, a part of me do wish that I was rich. Because if I was rich, I wouldn't have to ask nobody for nothing. I won't have to look for nobody for nothing. I can help me out and help my family out. I mean, that's the whole reason why I would like to be rich. But, sometimes being rich has a price. Even though I would like to be rich, I wouldn't sell my family out or trade my family just to be rich. I mean, it's not that important. I'd rather struggle with my family than to trade them for money. Sometimes, just like I said, sometimes being rich has a price. Sometimes you have to give up some in order to be rich. And I'm not trying to give up anything to be rich, especially not my family. But anyway, moving on. Material things can be a curse. Because a lot of us who have all of this materialistic stuff, we can't afford it, especially in the black community. We love to go and buy something and pay on something that we really can't afford just to try to keep up with other people and make them think that we got it like that, but we really don't have it like that. We just trying to fit in. Bump all that fitting in. I mean, come on, ladies. I know some of us can relate to this. We'll go buy an expensive living room suit that we really didn't have to have because nothing was wrong with the living room suit we had. But because we want to, it's income tax season and we want to be able to show stuff off to our girls, our home girls, because our home girls did some stuff with their income tax money. We go buy a whole new living room suit that we could have spent money on something else. But because we trying to fit in and show off like our homegirls show off, we go get a whole new living room suit just to show it off when we could have spent that money on something else. Now, I'm not talking about myself because I still have the same living room suit I had when I first moved into my apartment. And that was 4 years ago. Now, do I spend money on stuff that I shouldn't spend it on? Yeah, but it ain't nothing like no damn living room suit. I bought a bed, but that's different. That's a bed. I needed a bed because the last bed my boyfriend bought. My boyfriend bought, and he ain't got no truck, and I wasn't finna go out my way to ask nobody, to go get that. So I went to a furniture store, and I did pay for a bed. But that's totally different. He paid for the living room suit. I paid for the bed. He paid that living room suit off within a couple of months. It took me a couple of months to pay the bedroom suit off. But after that, we ain't spent no more money on no new furniture. I still need to get a table for the dining room. So when it comes down to that, I can't relate to you on the furniture part because I don't feel the need to buy furniture every year. That's a waste of money to me. But now, I do spend money on material stuff that I don't really need. I mean, yeah, I'm guilty of that, and I'm going to call myself out. We do. We spend money on stuff we don't need. That's what makes it a curse, because we overdo it. But the difference between me and some of y'all is y'all do it just to show off to y'all friends. Me, I really don't have that many friends. Nobody come to visit me besides family. And I'm not trying to impress nobody. That's the difference between me and y'all. Well, some of you, because, it's some of you out there who are like me. Now, when I buy material stuff because I want to buy it, not to necessarily impress nobody. Just for instance, like last year, I bought me an Xbox. I bought me an Xbox 360 because I don't have satellite in my room. But I do have internet. So I be wanting to watch stuff like Netflix and all of that. So when I buy material stuff, I buy it to please me. Sometimes watching TV is my entertainment. Sometimes I like to watch different shows and stuff. Not all the time. I like to enjoy my money a little bit too. I don't go out like some of you. Every now and then I go to the casino. I wish I could go to the casino now. Maybe when this lockdown over, I might go to the casino. But anyway, moving on. But before I move on, yes, too much, spending too much money on material things can be a curse. And in the black community, we always love to overdo it, just to show off and impress other people when we could be spending some of that same money on investments and businesses and, something that's gonna, help us expand and grow financially. I talked about this yesterday, but I'm gonna talk about it again. Not necessarily your whole family, but certain family members can be a curse. You can call them toxic family members, whatever you want to call them, but they can be a curse. And we all have toxic family members. Those type of family members that when they come around you, you get bad vibes. They smile in your face like they love you. Whole time they plotting on behind your back. They looking in your house trying to see what you got so they can talk about it. Trying to find flaws in you to talk about with other family members. We all have these family members. even white and all these other different family members. I refuse to believe that their families are so perfect. They have toxic family members too. Some family members are a blessing, then some of them are a curse. Point blank. Some of them you can't trust. You can't turn your back on. Because if you do turn your back on them, that'll be the worst mistake you ever made. Because the whole time they plotting on your demise and how to bring you down. Then you have some who always need you to rescue them, But you can't never go to them and ask for no type of help because you won't get it. Some of them you can't even trust around your significant other. Because they'll be either trying to get with them or trying to hook somebody else up with them just to see you fall, just to see y'all relationship fall. Or they'll try to get in between you two to break you two. It's family members out there like that. These are toxic family members. You have to feed them out of a long-handled spoon and keep your distance away from them. Not saying you can't still love them, you just love them from a distance. Sometimes your kids can become a curse. At first, while they're little, they're a blessing. But then they could grow up and become a curse. I know 2 doctors right now live in the same town as me. They're dead. Guess who killed them? Their son killed them. I'm sure some of you have heard stories in your town of sons or daughters killing their parents. So, just like I said, children, when they first come out, they can be a blessing or they can be a curse. But either way, it's a curse to have too many of them. It's a curse to have none of them because everybody wants a legacy to leave behind. So, children can be curses or they could be blessings. Or they could be blessings that's turned into curses. Another thing that could be a blessing or a curse are relationships. Some relationships can be blessings and they turn out to be marriages. And some of them can be curses and don't never make it to marriages. But then some of them start out as blessings. Then after they get married, the marriage become a curse. Your significant other could be a blessing or a curse. Bottom line. You know who else could be a blessing or a curse? You can be a blessing to yourself or a curse to yourself. There are some people who are their worst enemy. And they can be doing so good for themselves. But then it's not good enough for them. They have to go and do bad. They don't even be knowing why they're doing it. They be blind to the fact that they are their own worst enemy. They blame everybody else for their failure other than looking in the mirror at themselves and realizing that they are the person that's holding their own self back from what they want to achieve. But there's some people out there who are a blessing to themselves. They go for something, they achieve it, and everything they touch turns to gold. And I don't mean that literally. I'm just saying as a figure of speech. They win in every way. And then if they ever do lose, they find a way to get around the stumbling blocks, get around the failures, and become winners again. You can't hold them down for too long. These people are blessed, and they know they're blessed. In life, we have a choice. Either we can become blessing to ourselves or a curse to ourselves. Some of us are blessings to ourselves, and some of us are curses to ourselves. Then there are such thing as generational curses. Me and my man was just talking about this earlier, and he looked at me and he said, I do kind of believe us as black people are cursed if you look at it, because look at how we stay against each other. Look at how quick we are to kill one another. Look at how quick we are to tear each other down. I really do believe we are cursed. That's what he said. And I told him, maybe we are cursed. Maybe we are cursed, but I don't believe that God cursed us. I believe our ancestors cursed us. I do believe in generational curses. And I believe that, our ancestors did curse us. I don't believe God had anything to do with cursing us. We did it to ourselves. But just like every other curses, I believe that curses can be broken. I do believe if we as black people are cursed, that the curse could be lifted. We can lift it in the same way we put ourselves in it. We can get ourselves out of it. But I really don't see it happening anytime soon. Maybe thousands of generations away. Because we as human beings, we curse each other all the time. And I'm not talking about bad words. I'm talking about we curse each other all the time. They said life and death is in the tongue. We curse each other all the time. And when I said us, I mean us as a whole, us as humans. We curse each other all the time, and we curse ourselves through word of mouth. We don't realize it. Maybe the curse is not realizing that you're cursed, or realizing that you're cursing other people, or you curse yourselves. But this is my opinion. This was my opinion on blessings and how blessings can become curses. Like it or don't like it. But for the ones who do, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share down below. Peace.